go here from Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. The winner will play Friday afternoon, 1:30 against the winner of Fairfield Siena. And we're underway. And as we said before, Phyllis, this Monmouth team is going to have to play their A game, and it's something they believe they can do.
Well, what's interesting to me is you have the #1 defensive team in the league in Monmouth, and you have the #1 offensive team in the league in Marist. And we're going to see which team, can hold to form here.
Gilmer gets the scoring started. Gilmer goes a little bit unlooked because of Rebecca Hand, but she is as talented as any player in this league.
Well, believe me, every coach in the conference game plays for Gilmer. She's as good a mid-range scorer as I've seen in a long time. She can get that little turnaround jump shot. She can go off the bounce and get you to a spot and score on you.
Jennings in trouble, ball tied up. It will stay with Monmouth, 4 to shoot.
It looks like we might have an injury here on the floor off that screen. I think Middleton must have gotten hit on that screen.
Okay, so Middleton will come out. That is a key, too. They have to keep Alexa Middleton on the floor.
Well, she's had great success against Monmouth, against Marist.
It's going to be a shot clock violation against Monmouth. You see the starters, Graham and Green. Jennings, Middleton, who has already come out of the game, a key up front. And then Taylor Nason. For the Red Foxes, a talented group. Vander Whitey, Gilmer, Willow Duffel, one of the best rebounders. Hand and Barcelo starting lineups brought to you by Geico. All out of bounds. It'll
and you look
to Monmouth.
You look at some keys here, right? Like Monmouth has to make sure that they move the ball to move this Marist defense. They play that pack line, so they make you take jump shots, but they have to get them moving in order to, get some easy scores. And I think they have to keep the game under 70 points, like in the mid to low 60s.
Green the drive, and a put back good and fouled. Taylor Nason, the 5'10 senior from Virginia. So she'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
And this is a terrific job by Nason, trying to get to the boards. Good drive. You love the attack. But look, shoulder-to-shoulder offensive rebounding. And that's a key, for Nason rebounding the ball there. It's a 50-50 ball when you're shoulder-to-shoulder.
Nason, however, just 3 of 16 now from the free throw line on the season.
And that's an area that's hurt Monmouth all year long, right? They're just over 50% from the free throw line. But yesterday shot 72% in the win.
Ball out off of, originally it was out off of Marist, was the call. Let's see. Now they're going to say it stays with Marist. Yeah, that is a bad formula when you are last in your conference in three-point percentage and free throw percentage. And that's where Monmouth is, but they did a good job yesterday, and that got them here.
Well, their defense has kept them in games all year long. At one point, they lost 4 straight games by 1 point. So to have your team still engaged is really important.
Gilmer can't get it to go. And Green the other way. Good crossover. Green throws up a wild runner, no good. And they rebound, Rebecca Hand. Barcelo. Down low, Gilmer. Gilmer finds the cutter in Vander Whitey. No good, but she is fouled.
And this Marist team, that 30 made field goals a game on 20 assists a game, which is just beautiful offensive basketball. They share the ball as well as any team in the country.
Well,
terrific.
You were in many a scout session, Phyllis. How do you scout? How do you prepare and plan for this team?
Well, everybody, I think the one thing you have to do against Marist is score the basketball. You have to be able to score against them, and then defensively, you can't give up. They run their spread offense, right, their motion. You can't give up easy layups and get caught backdoor on them. So you have to really be sound in principle defensively in order to play against this team.
Vander Whitey, 1 of 2. 3-2 Marist lead. Keila Jennings now down low, a walk before the shot as Middleton walks.
Talking to Coach Georges, he was worried about the rebounding. So in their first game, they had 12 offensive rebounds against Marist Monmouth. So they really have to do a much better job on the glass. And their first 2 games were pretty good games. They were close early, and then Marist took off later in games.
Yeah, Marist sweeping the season series. Vanderweide, one of the best in the nation at distributing. 3-pointer, good.
I love her game, and I think she's just really stepped up scoring. If she can handle pass, shoot, she's such a triple threat on the offensive end and a solid defensive player. I think she's the best point guard, obviously, in the league.
Up top, Green. Mason and Jennings. Jennings around Vanderweide to the hole, no good. Jennings fights for the ball, gets the rebound, put up, good job by Akilah Jennings.
And that's the second effort that this Monmouth team's going to have on every single play as we move forward in this game.
Vanderweide. Rebecca Hand. Hand on the drive and a kick. Back to Vanderweide, baseline, cut off, and out of bounds.
A great defensive possession from Monmouth. They close out as well as any team in the country.
So we saw in the earlier game, the #1 seed Rider against Niagara. Niagara stayed in that whole game.
Absolutely.
I mean, from start to finish, Niagara would not let the #1 seed go. Similar here. If Monmouth believes and keeps getting confidence, you don't know how this one's going to go.
Well, you know, it's always hard on the 1st and 2nd seed. You haven't played yet, right? Monmouth already got a big win under their belt. Confidence.
3 by Jennings, no good.
And especially if you get started off really well in the game, it gives you even more confidence.
Hand 3, no good.
See if you can't get the ball back inside to Middleton. Middleton's had terrific games against Marist each of the 2 outings.
Good crossover by Graham to Middleton. Shot is blocked out of bounds. It will stay with Monmouth.
Now, when you look at this Marist team, everybody always talks about their offensive prowess, but they are such a solid defensive team, and they're a terrific help side team, which makes them really difficult to score against at times.
Beston Smith in the game for Marist. Inbound to Jennings, short jumper no good. Rebound battled for and taken by Wallace, who just checked in the game.
And Wallace is a player that Coach Craig is really high on, sophomore. Terrific defender, wants her to be more aggressive offensively.
Green. 5 to shoot for Wallace. Kick to Jennings for 3, got it.
That's a terrific kick out. And those are the kind of open jump shots Monmouth has to knock down all day today.
5 of the 7 for the senior from California. Drive by Hand, cut off, and a walk. So a little tight so far for the Red Foxes, but long way to go. 4:44 left first quarter. It is 7-6 Monmouth.
Important to Monmouth here today. The great kick out. Look at her form, follow through, shot ready. Going to need that all day to open up Green a little bit as well.
And there is Jennings penetrating, a kick for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Willow Duffel. Duffel, again, one of those unsung heroes for this Marist team.
Terrific defense on the perimeter by Monmouth, making it really hard to even see a pass.
Nearly stolen away. Hand gets it. Duffel, 5 to shoot for the Red Foxes. Vanderweide in trouble, 1 to shoot. Shot clock violation, a great job. And you see the enthusiasm on the bench. They're in it. They're in it to win it.
Listen, this is all because of the contesting of the dribble drive here. Look at this trap in the corner. Great job, and then closing everyone down. What a great job from Monmouth. Again, they're talking about the best defensive team in the league, and they're going to have to play that way all afternoon.
Jennings for the Hawks. Nearly stolen by Vanderweide. Green will go back. Green off the screen. Corner, Wallace, short jumper, good. Alexa Wallace.
Pretty looking jumper from the sophomore. You know, right now I like Green's demeanor on the floor. She's not forcing anything, and she's giving the ball up to her teammates.
Vanderweide to Duffel. Good pass in the hand, layup good and fouled.
And that's that three-person screening action off the ball that Marist runs. And again, they read each other so well, and those are the back cuts you can't have. Look at off the ball here. It's a great read here. Little slip to the rim and a catch. You have to stay between your player and the basket and be able to contest those shots.
Few players in the nation distribute the ball better than Grace Vanderweide. 8th in the nation, first in the MAAC, 8th in the nation at over 6 assists per game.
You know, she has great size in the point guard. She can really move the ball.
Red Foxes average 20 assists per game. That's a crazy number. Pass
good help
inside.
Allie Best, great weak side help, and that's just seeing the basketball. If you're the help defender, you got to show yourself early. There's length in every position for Marist, and it really helps them defensively and offensively.
Gilmer, Barcelo, back to Hand. Hand on the drive to the hole, layup no good, but fouled. And Rebecca Hand, who is as good as you get from the line, will go back for 2.
Now, the way she has developed her game is when she first came in, she was shooting threes everywhere. Now she can put it on the floor, get to the hole, and she uses her body so well there to draw that foul.
Rebecca Hand closing in on the 2,000-point mark.
Crazy number, but
she's 20 away.
I mean, think about it. Potentially, obviously, it's down the road. You have 2,000-point scorers on the floor between Stella Johnson and Rebecca Hand.
How about that? And how about Stella Johnson? 37 points and 14 rebounds in the first game today.
And Ryder needed every one of those points this afternoon. But give credit to Niagara today, the way they played and came out and really fought in that first game.
Gilmer, 2-hand layup good. What a great pass. Not a lot of margin for error on that pass. Gilmer to Hand for the finish.
Soft touch from Hand at the rim.
Simmons is cut off and a foul.
It looks like she pushed off a little bit at the free throw line.
First on Allure Simmons.
You know, Molly Smith is in the game. You think about Molly Smith, Willow Duffel, the kind of combinations that Coach Georges can play and the substitutions that he can make. There's not a lot of drop-off when he brings his bench into the game.
A lot of length.
Yeah.
Hand. Good pass down low to Smith. She misses the layup.
Yeah, right now, too many back cuts. And most of the time, Marist not missing those layups on their back screening action.
Laura to Thomas. Lucy Thomas back to Laurel. Thomas, a long 3, no good. And a long rebound to Barcelo.
You have to find Barcelo in transition. You got to find Hand in transition because he'll shoot the threes.
Smith, 3 for Smith. The 6'1" junior knocks it down, and she doesn't take a lot of them, but 40% from beyond the arc.
And you love a big who can stretch the floor. It opens up the basket and all the back cutting. It's a perfect player in the Marist system.
So the Red Fox is looking to squash that early energy by the Hawks. And a 7-point lead right now, and it'll go to Marist. Sierra Green will check back in the game, along with Taylor Nyson. And Nason, good minutes to start back in the game.
Now, Lucy Thomas had been out for about 5 or 6 games with an injury, and Nason came in and gave Monmouth great minutes over those 5 or 6 games.
Here's a Smith 3 again, no good. And the rebound, Jennings. Jennings all over the floor.
And she has really started to play well of late. Her last game, when they lost to Ryder, she was terrific. Had 12 points in like the 4th quarter to bring Monmouth back from a 16-point deficit, so great confidence.
There's a Green 3 off the screen, no good. And Vanderweide quickly up. Best walks with the ball. That is a rare turnover to Phyllis. Allie Best, 84 assists and 38 turnovers coming off the bench coming into this game.
What makes Marist so good is their ball handling abilities. In every position, players take care of the basketball, leads to more shot opportunities for this Marist Fox team.
Green around Smith. Corner three, no good out of Jennings' hand. And Vanderweide the other way. Vanderweide, a second team All-MAAC selection.
Go for a last shot here of the quarter.
Ball knocked away, and they say it's out of bounds. Near save. That could have been a momentum boost for Monmouth, but 6.7 to shoot for the Red Foxes.
Get a chance to run sideline out of bounds.
Corner three. Barcelo got it.
Oh, that's
Sarah
a dagger.
Barcelo at the buzzer to end the first quarter, and Marist goes on quite a run to lead by 10 after 1. We'll be back with second quarter action after this from Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. Game and a big run to end that first quarter for the Red Foxes.
And just a dagger to end the corner at the buzzer. Barcelo from three.
And good pass inside to Duffel for the finish. And Monmouth in a bit of trouble. They're going to have to figure things out quickly.
Well, they have to start stopping that back screen action and keep players in front of them. Once Marist starts getting their offense rolling, they get the back screen action layups at the rim, they really stretch out.
Mason looks into Middleton, too far for her. And another turnover for Monmouth. That is turnover number 7.
Yeah, look at Monmouth. Look at the action here. Great ball screen off the back screen after pick and roll action. So that's multiple actions, which are so hard to guard, and a great finish at the rim.
You get the feeling they could do it blindfolded.
Well, I mean, again, this is an older team, and once Coach Georges has a team that's been in his system, these players play off of each other as well as any.
Long rainbow three from Hand, no good, and a whistle. It's going to stay with Marist, the foul on Nason.
You know, and sometimes it takes some time to play in the system because everything's a read offensively, and it makes it so difficult defensively to play against it because they're just reading off of what you do.
And fires a pass to Vanderweide. Good defense that time. Ball out of bounds off of Marist.
Let's see if Monmouth can't get the ball inside, to Middleton. She's hurt them both games that she's played. She had 14 and 11, two different times she played against them. So let's see if she can't go inside, get a basket at the rim if you're Monmouth.
Jennings uses a Middleton screen. They do find Middleton. Could call Phyllis.
Nicely done,
Gina.
I mean, you got to go back to your strength.
It's as if you were in the huddle.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go to what got you here, and that's inside play and defense.
Elbow jumper for Gilmer for the answer.
I love that part of her game. You know, so many people want to shoot threes and just go make layups. If you have a mid-range game, makes you a special player.
Graham turns it over. 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Good pass to Gilmer off glass, no good. Rebound Middleton, and they're going to call it jump ball. Stays with the Hawks.
All right, these first few minutes of the second quarter are so important for Monmouth, right? Get some scores on the board, get this game back, to a single-digit game.
As we said earlier, their strength is not from beyond the arc. So, they will, hopefully, strategy will be to get the ball inside. They try there again to Middleton. Broken up, Jennings gets it back. Now Graham. Once again, Middleton tied up, and this time it'll go to Marist. The problem there, Phyllis, is sometimes if the other team knows exactly what you want to do, it makes it hard.
She was pushed up into the mid-post. I'd like to see a reverse pivot there and find players on the floor before the double team comes at her. Great movement here from Marist again.
Finds Hand, open three, no good. Rebound Middleton and fouled by Duffel. A first on Duffel. Just the first team foul here in the second quarter. Jen Laura will check in.
Yeah, she has a chance to stretch the floor a little bit, hit a big 3 yesterday against Iona.
Jennings.
A little stagnant here for Monmouth offensively.
Jennings still on the dribble.
Nice.
Good pass to Middleton for the finish.
Great find from Jennings. She's having a nice game so far today.
See if the Hawks can get a stop. Barcelo. Vanderweide, another outstanding decision. This time, well, shot is blocked.
That's the length of Jennings right there that paid off.
Jennings.
Now Sierra Green has to do a much better job coming off of some of these screens.
Jennings looks inside. Instead, the 3 on the way. Back iron, high rebound. Taken by Monmouth. Shot is blocked. But Middleton comes up with it. Jennings, strong move to the basket and fouled. Good move by Jennings, fouled by Barcelo.
And a good choice to drive on the side of Sierra Green because there's no help side there.
Jennings will go to the line for 2, but first let's take a look at Jennings. Good pass to Middleton.
Nicely done. I love the draw, the big, and the great dish, but I like that, Middleton's right at the rim, ready to catch and finish.
And here's one of the Achilles heels for Monmouth, and that's when they stepped to the free throw line. Did a great job yesterday to get here. And Jennings particularly did well from the line, but that free throw off the mark.
Well, yesterday they needed every single one of them, especially down the stretch as Iona came back from a 13-point deficit.
Missed them both. Can't afford to miss free throws when you're trying to mount a comeback.
When you talk about making layups and making free throws, you win a lot of basketball games.
Hanahan in the game. The sister of Rebecca.
Terrific three-point shooter.
Rebecca Hand. Stop, pop, no good. Rebound pulled down by Zelaya.
And she's played very well with Lucy Thomas out of action for the Hawks over the last couple of games. Let's see if she can't. They'll need her today to have a good floor game and also score for them.
Green.
Give it to her.
Middleton down low, working on Duffel. Good move from Middleton. Can't get it to go. And the rebound, Duffel.
Got to get the ball up on the glass a little higher if you're Middleton.
Gilmer, good pass inside and a turnaround basket for Rebecca Hand.
Patience on Hand just to let the flyby and then the finish.
Marist by a dozen as we approach the 5-minute mark, second quarter. They look inside, nothing there. Jennings 3, got it.
Oh, that's a big 3. They're giving her that jump shot. They're trying to front and back Middleton. You're going to have to knock down those jump shots to open up inside.
And there's a collision on the other end. It's going to be a Monmouth foul on Green. Timeout on the floor. 4:52 left here in the second quarter. And it's been all Marist. And you see the Jennings 3. Duffel off the inbound. Finds Vanderweide. Short jumper good.
You just love that every player on this Marist team, they can handle the basketball. They can pass the basketball.
It's a nightmare match. It really is. It's almost every player could be a mismatch. Short jumper the other way. No good out of Zelaya. And then you have Best and Vanderweide on the floor.
Well, a little luxury to play 2 point guards at the same time. Great cut.
Vanderweide, Rebecca Hand, back iron.
It's a little long, but you love how she read the screen. Player is trailing her, so she curls it. And I've coached against some really outstanding players in the Big East. And this young lady reads screens as well as any I've coached against.
Middleton double, triple team. They're going to call the jump ball. Possession Monmouth.
Now this is where Middleton has to really play smart and get the ball out of her hands quickly, go inside, out, and get some jump shots and inside-out action.
Yeah, I mean, she can expect a double, triple team each time now.
Absolutely.
Green gets it to Zelaya, runner no good, and the rebound out of bounds. It will stay with the Hawks.
And you have to maintain your floor spacing, right, if you're Monmouth, so that you can have some driving and penetration and then driving kick action.
Sierra Green yet to get going here, and the Hawks need it.
I'd like to see her, maybe get her off of a high ball screen. Let her challenge the big with the basketball if they're really big hedging her.
5 to shoot for Green. Green on the drive, floater in the paint, no good. Rebound Middleton, puts it up, no good, but fouled. And Middleton will head to the line for 2.
Now, we talked yesterday a lot how Iona took Middleton out of the game, and she still goes after boards. This is a terrific drive, but I love that Middleton just staying after it, even though she's being triple teamed, being bothered all night long. Just continuing to play and staying after it. And they're going to need a lot of offensive boards if they're not shooting the ball well.
Middleton's first trip to the line. Free throw no good. 0 for 4 now are the Hawks. Middleton comes in at 52%.
Now, you said earlier it's an Achilles heel for this Monmouth team all year long.
And another miss. Late whistle foul on Laurel. The 3rd team foul against the Hawks. Lucy Thomas will check back in. Middleton out. See Brian Georges. Another terrific job by him. 25 wins this year coming in. That's the most this team's had, and this is a storied program since 2013, 2014 season. And that coincidentally is their last championship.
Oh, and obviously they're hungry for a share of a MAAC title this year. One of the premier programs, not just in the MAAC, but in the country.
Good drive by Rebecca Hands.
Again, this is where she's really stepped her game up to another level, being able to put it on the floor and not just shooting threes.
Might see her get her 2,000th today if this keeps up. Laurel, hawked by Best. They're going to call it block on Best. Gets up a little gingerly. Looks like she took a forearm to the belly.
Playing a little bit too tight on that closeout.
You have to give Monmouth credit for yesterday being able to come out and play the way they did. Here's a Laura 3. Got it. The way they lost their final game of the season, it wasn't for the title or anything like that, but that was a stunning way to lose your final and then come back with all that enthusiasm. Was really good to see for the Hawks.
Well, I think they had a lot of confidence, even though they lost at 0.5 seconds. A lot of confidence in how they played Ryder.
There's a Smith 3 short. Belong to the Hawks. So Monmouth could cut this deficit into single digits. They're hanging around a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Laurel hitting the 3. Jennings playing well, knocking down some threes. It's really important right here to go in and get some scores here. Get stops and scores right now if you're Monmouth.
Laurel, spin move. Puts it up no good. Rebound, Rebecca Hand. Vanderweide. Vanderweide will go. Cut off nicely by Graham. Back to Smith.
Monmouth closes out as well as any team in the league.
Gilmer in the paint, turnaround jumper. Good.
That's just unguardable. That's just unguardable. She creates space with the turnaround.
So tough once she gets the ball in the paint.
Best mid-range player in the league.
She comes in with over 1,500 points. There's a good drive, just falls out. And Best the other way. Vanderweide, 3 up top, got it. Vanderweide a 3, and again, Marist extends the lead.
A little bit of a run here for the Marist Fox. Need a score here if you're Monmouth.
5-0 run now for Marist. Zelaya jumper no good. This is now critical time. Minute left here in the half.
And this is what happened at Marist.
Gilmer, strong move. And she'll go to the line for 2.
And at Marist in that first game, you know, Monmouth is right.
So Gilmer to the line, but let's take a look at Vanderweide. Good from top arc, and Vanderweide again known for distributing the ball, one of the best in the nation. She's also an outstanding rebounder. Comes in averaging just over 11 points per game. Doesn't get the top billing because of Rebecca Hand and Gilmer, but she's as good as any player in the league.
Oh my goodness. Well, you saw right there, right? She read how her guard went underneath the screen. She steps behind it, but a little bit of an escue from Oregon, right?
Yes.
Great rebounder in the point guard position, distributes the basketball, scores the ball. And she's got a little bit of that in her, and that's not too bad at the mid-major level.
No, it's that is a big piece of the Georgia's puzzle.
Well, he's always had terrific point guards, right? Vianney, right? Juliana Vianney was his point guard, and makes his team really go if you have someone who can distribute the ball as she does.
16-point lead. Mason, Middleton, here comes that triple team again, and another jump ball.
And a terrific job doing that without fouling.
This time it'll be Marist ball.
And that's where, as a big, you have to turn and face immediately upon receiving the ball, because when you're being triple teamed, somebody is open.
Vanderweide deflected, but right to Duffel.
Great slip to the rim and terrific catch and finish.
Graham. Jennings on the drive. Back to Graham for 3. Got it. Good look for Rosa Graham from Jennings.
Good ball movement. Little kick out and jump shot.
Screen set by Duffel. Vanderweide up top. Smith for 3 at the buzzer. So they did it in the first quarter, and they do it at the end of the second. A 40-22 lead for the Red Foxes as Molly Smith puts the cap on this first half from Vanderweide. We'll be back with more here on ESPN3.
Great job bringing us out of that.
Good job by the producer. All right.
That's why they're so good. Who do you guard? Who do you guard?
Who do you guard?
Yeah.
Who do you guard?
Exactly.
Jody Craig, what are you telling your team?
One, I want to try to get Green some touches here, maybe get an easier look for her offensively, and if not there, go inside to Middleton.
Well, Green starts it off, chased by Barcelo. Now Jennings. Back to Green. 3 over Barcelo, no good. Rebound, Duffel.
That is a contested 3 from Barcelo.
Barcelo this time looks inside to Hand, an easy 2 from Barcelo. And it's a 20-point Marist lead.
Yeah, and you just have to be careful. It's going after steals, especially in the quarter court. They leave the easy buckets.
Jennings. There's just no room for the Hawks.
And we talked about this all for the first 2 quarters. The length of Marist so that they can close out with the high hand makes it tough.
Jennings 3, no good. Rebound batted around. Hand comes up with it. Gilmer. No look pass to Barcelo. Now Hand turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound batted around, and it'll belong to Monmouth.
And Monmouth has to be careful here, right? To me, a little casual to start this 3rd quarter. Got to continue to take good shots, attack the glass.
They actually called a foul on Rebecca Hand on that last possession. Jennings, 2nd on Hand. Thomas. Graham on the drive, kicks underneath to Jennings, and a walk.
Once again, the help side defense from Marist They're so alert to the basketball. And it looks like you have nowhere to throw the ball or nowhere to move. They do just such a good job helping each other defensively.
There's a good job underneath by Duffel.
Great footwork. You love the show and go move at the rim. Terrific footwork.
Looks like Duffel might have gotten an elbow to the eye. Jennings. Now Graham through the paint to Jennings for an open look from three, no good. Vanderweide. Good pass up ahead, the hand for the lay-in. You can't do it much better than that.
On a string.
Jody Craig wants a timeout. We'll take one of our own. 7:49 left, third quarter. All Marist, 46-20.
Years on the floor, and they've played together now for 4 years, and we're seeing that chemistry on the floor this afternoon.
There's a pass inside to Thomas. She is fouled.
And again, Lucy Thomas has had great success against Marist this year. 14 points, 6 rebounds in the first game, 16 points, 6 rebounds in the second. Now, she's been hobbled, just back yesterday after, 6 games out. So, not having her on the floor to go with Middleton to play that, that 2-forward game that they were really successful with it for 3 quarters of their last game they played against them, I think has hurt Monmouth offensively.
Thomas 1 of 2. Monmouth now 1 of 7 from the line. Barcelo chased by Laura, stops her dribble, needs help, and finds hand.
One way to disrupt Marist a little bit is to get good ball pressure so they can't see every pass. Monmouth is doing that now.
Gilmer drives. No good. Good defense that time by Zelaya. And Jennings for the Hawks.
We talked about keeping this game in the low 60s. They're going to have to play great defense to do that this whole second half.
Lauro on the drive. Good move by Lauro. Couldn't finish, and Gilmer now fouled by Lauro.
I think that's a frustration foul. Terrific move, but can't finish at the rim. And just a little frustration from Jen Lauro.
First of the quarter.
Great job getting by the first line of defense. Got to get the ball up on the glass, and that's just frustration. Great competitor. Played here down the shore with St. Rose, one of the great programs in the state of New Jersey.
Just a sophomore.
Lucy Thomas is from St. Rose, so Monmouth is keeping some homegrown talent home.
So good job underneath by Vanderweide.
Again, a point guard, right? She could post you up, she could shoot the 3, get to the rim, dish to her teammates, full package.
Wallace stripped away. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Smith.
Yeah, a little reach in there. Needed to move her feet a little more instead of reaching in.
Third team foul. First on Smith.
And you really have to, if you're Monmouth, keep playing every possession because, Marist is going to play the full 40 minutes here.
Jennings drive, kick to the corner, jumper no good, rebound Gilmer, and then lost it. Lost it to Zelaya.
And they took Middleton off the floor, spread the court out a little bit more. Zelaya can shoot the 3, as so can Thomas.
Laura fouled by Hand. Third on Rebecca Hand. The Middleton, it was on paper, a pretty good plan to try to get the ball inside, but Marist knew it was coming each time. It was a double, a lot of times a triple team every time the ball got close to Middleton.
And that's why you had to be able to knock down that 15, 18-foot jump shot because you're going to be wide open, and Marist is going to challenge you to make jump shots. And again, Monmouth has not been able to do that all year long offensively. Lauro,
penetration. Now Thomas jumper no good. Rebound is batted around. Smith comes up with the loose ball. Allie Best.
Playing with their 2 point guards right now. They take Vanderweide off the ball a little bit.
Barcelo. 8 to shoot for Vanderweide. Another great pass to Gilmer. What a pleasure the bigs. What a pleasure for the bigs to play with Vanderweide and Best.
Just, you know what, just be prepared to get the basketball because they're going to find you. But I love the bounce pass in traffic. And if more guards, more young guards have to bounce pass the ball in traffic.
Thomas misfires. This is a rough offensive quarter for, there's a walk on Gilmer. It's a rough quarter for Monmouth.
You know, Gilmore, that's two turnovers that, you know, Coach George is not going to like right there.
So all Marist here in the third quarter. We'll be back with more here from Atlantic City. For retailer near you, visit HerculesTires.com. All Marist here today. Kendall Crick, the 5'8" sophomore in the game. Here's a Green three, still off the mark. Green gets it back, though.
Great hustle from Graham, and that's what you want. You just want to see your team, if you're Coach Craig, just continue to play hard and work as hard as they can for the rest of this half.
Good pass, Wallace to Middleton. A foul is called. Looked like a knee knock.
And I like the idea of putting her in some high screen and roll action. Hard to guard in that situation. You know, and Alexa Wallace, one of the good young players. Coach Craig so high on her. Versatile two-way player. Scored over 1,000 points in high school. Almost 800 boards. So a player that they're looking for in the future, as well as Allura Simmons. Some really solid backcourt players for Monmouth in the future.
Middleton makes the first free throw. 2 of 8 now for the Hawks. And Middleton now 1 of 4 from the line. Allie Best says pressure in the backcourt. Barcelo gets it ahead to Duffel. And then Best loses off of Barcelo.
Change the defense, change the posture of the game. Put a little pressure on Marist.
Graham, a good strong drive, and Rosa Graham will go to the line for 2.
You change the game a little bit, right? Stretch it out, press them, and maybe they'll throw the ball around a little bit and convert off of that turnover.
Just 2 points here in this third quarter so far for the Hawks. Middleton back out. Middleton was limping a bit. I think she knocked knees. She limped to the foul line and now limped to the bench.
Yeah, she's a tough player. It takes a lot to get her out of a game. So
Graham, first free throw is good. Rosa Graham, senior from Rochester, New York, comes in at 51% from the line.
Coach George is a little bit of a different lineup here, right? Getting Kendall Crick in the game.
I mean, that is the best case scenario in these tournaments. If you can build a lead, get just enough time to get the legs under your starters, and then maybe give them extended time on the bench.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and you know, the other thing is it gives some other players opportunity to play in championship play. And you never know when you're going to need a sub or they're going to have to do something. Again, a little sloppy there.
Different page from Best and Crick, but Best gets it back. 3 to shoot. Not sure she realizes, and then a shot clock violation. Now, that's the first time since the beginning of the first quarter that Brian Georges was a little vexed.
Well, he's a little, you know, upset at the way they're handling the ball and executing offensively, and you can see Coach Craig trying to really implore her team, you know, to keep working hard. There's always something you can learn as a player or as a program in these situations.
Graham. Mason looks for help. The cutter in green, tied up, ball loose, and picked up by Wallace just before it went out of bounds and then stripped by Duffel. Check that, stripped by Smith.
And they're going to keep trapping on every single play now, so you're going to have to be really available to the ball.
And a good steal by Green. Green the other way. And Green, her first points of the ball game.
Marist has done an outstanding job, but I like spreading the floor out, right? Maybe get her some opportunities in the open court. She hurt Iona last game in transition shooting threes, Green did.
And that is a violation against Marist. Couldn't get it across the timeline.
And Coach George is getting his starters back in the game. Didn't like what he saw. And, you know, it's interesting, right? And most people would say don't do that. But there's a certain way you want to play through championship action, right? And you want to make sure you're playing the way you play Marist basketball.
As a coach, you never want to get complacent with sloppiness.
No question. Becomes contagious just as the other way does.
It does. You want to finish strong.
No question.
You've got another one to play. Green, long two for Green, so 4 in a row for Green.
That was one of the first times off of high screen that the forward did not get the big hedge against Green. Found herself open.
Gilmer finds Vanderweide. Open look for a hand from 3, got it. Rebecca, hand. Wide open in the corner, did not miss.
Pretty good answer for Marist.
18 now for hand and a walk on Green. Sala Kapite, 6-foot freshman from Lithuania in the game for the Hawks. Good pass again ahead. Hand to Gilmer for the finish. Clinic.
Yeah, that time, right? Throw the ball diagonal and go to the rim. Terrific breaking pressure.
Good move by Graham. Again, the pressure from the Hawks. Broken easily. Vanderweide circles around, gets it to hand. And then stolen by Graham. And a foul on Vanderweide.
Great read from Graham, getting in the passing lane. And again, just changing the momentum of the game and the pace of the game for Monmouth. Extending the floor, making Marist have to rush their play a little bit more.
The officials discussing whether it was a foul. It's the 5th.
It's the 5th foul.
Yeah, Graham will go to the line either way. So 2 coming up for Rosa Graham. Fairfield and Siena will play at noon tomorrow. The winner of that will, barring a major comeback here, it would be obviously like a walk on water type of comeback.
Great comeback from Monmouth.
The Marist Red Foxes will advance and play one of those 2 teams. Very talented Fairfield team as well.
Absolutely.
Not selling Siena short.
Fairfield beat Siena twice during the year, so it's hard to beat somebody 3 times. Siena, playing better right now.
Best just keeps her foot down. So we approach the 1-minute mark here in the 3rd. Rebecca Hand, a long 3, no good.
Great
rebound. Duffel put up good. Willow Duffel does a lot of her work inside. She leads the MAAC in field goal percentage because of the work she does inside.
Again, she's a post player who understands how to get position. She gets it early and often.
Shot off the side of the backboard. Vanderweide the other way. Good drive by Gilmer. No good, but Gilmer will go to the line for 2.
And that time, just taking the freshman outside and taking her off the bounce. Getting to the hole. And, the thing about Brian George is he didn't want his team to get out of rhythm. And the unit that he had on the floor that was turning the basketball over was really destroying the Marist rhythm. And this is a team that plays with great pace, great rhythm, great continuity. And you want to make sure you keep that going as you're moving forward through the tournament.
It is probably more important for the coach than the players. The coach gets that feeling. You know what? We need to end this right.
Yeah,
and the players are saying we're going to win the game.
Yeah, but you know what? This is an older group, and I think they understand that. And it also tells your bench you better be ready to go. This is a different.
Hand to the bench and Kendall Crick back in.
You know, right now, there is no tomorrow, right? So you want the players that are on your bench to understand there's a certain way you play the basketball game and certain expectations.
16 seconds left, third quarter. Again, that full court pressure. This time, Crick gets it ahead to Gilmer.
Great spacing on the floor.
Allie Best throws it up, and this time no good. So we are through three here from Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. And Phyllis Mangina here from Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. You take a look here at Kathy Lynch, Phyllis, and what a career she's had. She's going to retire after this season, and I mean, what a career.
Well, great. One of the great officials in the NCAA.
So well respected.
Absolutely. Did a lot of my games in the Big East. I think she gave me my first technical foul, but, you know, she's worked 4 Division III Final Fours, 2 Division II Final Fours, and been in the NCAA tournament for Division I level. I can't even count the number of games that she's officiated at that level. So a huge, huge contributor to the women's game, and she'll be missed. One of the great officials that I've ever had the privilege to have on. I mean, I yelled at her a couple of times when I was playing, but what a terrific career she's had, and we wish her nothing but the very best.
Yeah, it's like I said, so well respected. The coaches respected the players. It's a great career, and sorry to see her go, but you know, it's time. She's had enough.
Well, she's been a mentor to so many of the young officials, and she'll continue to be that as you move forward. But it's always good to have, you know, she really understood the game and was always fair on the court. And you just knew when she was doing the game, you know, you just let her make the call, and just, you know, sometimes you want to chit-chat with her, but you just let her make the calls because you knew, you know, she's always fair and on the floor for every team.
A little back and forth on the turnovers, and Rebecca Hand back in the game to start this fourth quarter loses the ball. Green the other way. So how long, here's Jennings, cut off baseline, but good pass. That's a great pass to Nason.
Great cut. Jennings. Love it.
So now, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No.
So now how long, if you're Brian Georges, do you stay with your starters? You know, we talked about the continuity, and you don't want to go sloppy, but you also have to worry a little bit about health in these blowouts. It's getting a little physical as we speak.
Well, it's a great, I love this. Great cut. Watch this cut. Nice cut. Defense turns their head. Terrific bounce pass and finishing the play. Now, to your point, if it keeps being this physical, I'd move people in and out. And about the 5-minute mark, if it's still at this margin, you know, you're taking your starters off the floor. Maybe play like 2 starters and 3 subs and move people in and out.
Green 3 short. Vander Whitey with the rebound.
You know, give Monmouth credit. They're going to keep coming after you. And stay out of the corners.
Hand double team. Finds Gilmer somehow, and 2 more for Gilmer from Hands.
I mean, what a great vision on the floor. People getting open and becoming, you know, you have to make yourself available to the ball when it's being trapped.
Good drive by Green, the dish to Middleton, and Middleton will go to the line for 2.
And Monmouth's going to try to make this game like really hectic now, right? And you just have to maintain your poise if you're Marist.
See Jody Craig certainly doesn't want her squad to quit.
Oh, they haven't done that all year long, and they had every opportunity to, right? There were 6 games they lost by 3 or less points. At one point, 4 games in a row by 1 point. So, but to have the best defensive team in the league, both in points scored against you, field goal percentage, your players are still engaged and giving you everything they have. So, you know, real tribute to the team and their character, and to the coaching staff to keep the team engaged and playing as hard as they do.
Near steal, but Hand gets it to Willa Duffel for 2 more. Duffel with 10.
And Marist moves the again. The spacing on the floor against his zone is like a clinic.
They're going to call a foul. Duffel, the fourth Red Fox in double figures.
I think she got her with the lower body. A little too much. No hands, but lower body there on the foul.
Allie Best will come in for Rebecca Hand. Hand, I think, with 4 personals now. Did they call that last? Well, we'll have to check that out.
I think they called that on her. And, you know, right now, you almost want her on the bench right now, getting ready for your next game.
Capite on the drive, but walks first. So 7:36, all Marist. It was just, Marist just too much today for Monmouth. Monmouth tried to go inside. Marist was ready for it. They made this Hawks team shoot the ball from the outside. That is not their strong suit, and it worked like a charm for Brian Georges.
It's a game plan to play against Monmouth. Take away their post up with Middleton and Thomas, with Zelaya, and make them shoot jump shots. And that, again, free throws as well, has really hurt them all year long.
There's a long three. Vander White knocks down a three. And a timeout call, possibly. It is a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 7:11 left here in the fourth. So visit www.herculestires.com. All Marist here in this quarterfinal game. And here's a long jumper. No good, and Nason can't save it. Marist ball, and Monmouth will pressure. It looks like they're going to stay with that pressure.
You know, last game of your season, and for some of these seniors who've really put in their time for Monmouth and, you know, really worked hard for this university and for their program. It'll be their last time on the floor together.
Best open look for Bursella for three. Bursella off the mark.
Now, she was hurt during the year, lost about 6 games, and during that time, you know, you could Marist was not executing as well. When she came back, you could tell they just start moving the ball better, just a better flow to their offense. She spreads the floor out with her three-point shooting ability. It's been a real, you know, key to this 11-game winning streak that Marist has been on.
Vander Whitey looks inside, and then a holds on. Looks like they're going to call it on Simmons. Second on Simmons. Trenasia Kennedy in the game. 5'8" freshman from Binghamton, New York. Probably the future of Marist at the point guard spot.
Well, she's a nice-looking player. I love her size and build. Really strong guard. Handles the ball well. Has a nice little pull-up jump shot. And just think about being in practice against these players every single day. You can't help but get better.
Vander Whitey on the drive, partially blocked. They're going to call a foul. Foul on Graham. Take a look at Kennedy. Get a nice little player, and as you said, gets the advantage of sitting behind these outstanding guards.
Well, you know, every day, if you have to go against Vander Whitey and Best and Hand, there is something that has to rub off on you and just help make you a better player, just defending them every day. And then offensively, having to go against them. They're outstanding defensive players as well. Makes you get better.
First free throw, no good. Second one rims out. It's a battle for the loose ball. And Monmouth comes away with it. And a whistle. I think Wallace just lost the ball out of bounds.
Great hustle by Sarah Barcelo, though. Just staying after it. Causing that turnover. You try to tell players all the time, and this is a hard concept. No matter when you get your opportunity to play on the floor, you gotta show your coaches that you're ready to go. You understand what their role is, and that they can contribute to the team in some way. That'll buy you more playing time at some point in time during a season.
Vanderweide. Laurel all over her, gets it to Smith. Kennedy up top.
Nice.
Good fake by Kennedy, and probably will call it on the floor, so it'll be Marist to inbound.
You know, we talked about, Lesko, Tori Lesko from Iona yesterday, uses a ball fake as well as any guard in the league, and right there is a young player. The ball fake really gets your defensive player in a stand-up position or in the air, gives you an opportunity to drive.
Kennedy reverse layup, no good, and Wallace with the rebound.
You know, it seems like such a little thing, but offensively can really create separation, give you opportunities to drive the basketball.
Laurel on the drive.
Again, great help by Molly Smith. Look at her run the floor for a big. You know, everybody says, why do you run the floor on every play? One, it stretches the defense out. Transition defense, as hard as it is to play anywhere, transition defense is difficult.
And Smith gets rewarded with the pass from Vanderweide for 2. Smith now with 8. So Monmouth had that early momentum. Here's a steal by Vanderweide. She'll just pull it back.
Use the clock.
Monmouth had a lot of energy to start this game. Led 9-7 early on. And then Marist just took over the rest of the way.
Well, they just keep coming at you with the way they play, right? Their execution, they're so efficient offensively. They shot the ball so well today at both the 2- and 3-point line.
Turnaround 3 for Vanderweide. Nason with the rebound. Wallace, a burst to the basket blocked by Smith.
Again, you know, they have 20 assists, 15 turnovers. Just such a clean game.
They average 20 assists a game. That's a gigantic number.
You know, it's Marist's way of playing offense, and everybody's touching the ball. There's energy on the floor. You know you're going to have an opportunity to score.
Good kick by Kennedy, but then the offensive foul.
It's a terrific job. I think that's Laurel taking that charge.
Yes. Laurel down.
I think Tanisha Kennedy's got to stay on her feet. Yeah, leaving your feet as a guard, that's great job. Outside of the circle, terrific position by Laurel to draw that charge. I think we're seeing all the seniors back on the floor right now for Monmouth. Yeah, we got all the seniors back, and a really classy move by Coach Craig to put the seniors on the floor to play together. Graham, Zelaya, Middleton.
Graham looks for help, finds it in Middleton. Middleton from the elbow, drives around Smith, fouled by Smith.
And you really like to see this as a program, right? These young ladies from Monmouth have a lot of blood, sweat, and tears over the last 4 years. They had a last chance to play with your teammates in that uniform.
Juliana Bonilla, freshman from Connecticut, in the game for Marist. Along with Samantha Bailey, another 6'2" freshman from Grand Island, New York.
Coach Georges always has like these 6'2", 6'3" forwards that can run the floor. It's like a formula, right? When you're watching a player, when you're looking in recruiting, you can say, that's a Marist player, that's a Marist player. And
he absolutely knows what he's looking for.
Over 18 years and the success that this Marist program has had, think about what they've done, right? 10 NCAA appearances, 5 wins in the NCAA tournament, getting to a Sweet 16. It's been the standard with Quinnipiac in this league for such a long time.
Bonilla lost the handle. Graham the other way. Good and fouled.
Great hands by Graham. Has really played well these last 2 days, and you got to love the finish at the rim. If you're a defensive player, just run by that on that play and not foul anyone making layups.
And Graham completes the 3-point play. You come in after a win, Phyllis, and you have that renewed optimism
absolutely.
When you're the lower seed.
Sure.
And it just
well, you know what though, for
out.
this Monmouth team to get that win in the conference championships, I think it meant a lot after the tough season they had and how hard they worked all year long without coming away with W's. I just think it has to make you feel good as a team and a program to get a win in these championships.
Good drive by Jennings with the finish. Kennedy looks for help. Kennedy on the drive. It'll stop and pop by Kennedy. No good. Battled for by Bailey, but Monmouth the other way. There's a long rainbow three from Green, no good. And a whistle, and it will belong to Marist.
You know, with the players that are on the floor for Marist right now, you know, Coach Georges, these are a lot of young players. You just want to see them continue to execute all the things that they've learned in practice and continue playing Marist basketball.
Bailey to the line. Take a look at the freshman. This is them both. Graham finds Green. Crick with tenacious defense. Good job by Green, though.
Oh.
Then lost the ball to Kennedy.
Again, great help side defense from Marist.
Crick. Bonilla walks with the ball. Best will come out.
Now, Marist has had a chance to really get a good rest for all their starters and their top 8 players. And again, day off. That's why you want to finish 1 and 2 in this league. You get a chance to play and you get a day off and you come back to semifinals.
3 blocked, but Middleton right there. Middleton layup good. A timeout called by Jody Craig.
And Middleton's had a terrific career for Monmouth. Over 800 points, over 800 rebounds in her career.
And I think the seniors are going to come out of the game now.
Just a really good job, you know, to get them all off the floor at the same time. And, you know, I mean, again, it's a long year, but these young ladies have put a lot into this Monmouth program.
Zelaya, Graham, Green, Jennings. See Middleton. It's a top-heavy, senior-led team. Nason, all seniors.
And you know, there was a lot expected of this team. They were picked 5th in preseason. Had a tough year. Lost a lot of close games. But again, you know, not the year that they envisioned or thought they would have. But again, I just think winning a game in a tournament kind of makes you come off the season, you know, feeling a little bit better about yourself.
See, Zelaya.
You know, that last game, it's always hard, right? It's the last time you're going to put the uniform on.
It is.
So it's bittersweet. And anytime you're not winning the last game of the year is hard. It doesn't matter where you are or what team you're on. You don't win the last game of the season, and it's difficult.
Now timeout by Marist. I'm not sure about that one. But we do know this. Marist is going to have the day off. And then a Friday 1:30 p.m. tilt against the winner of Fairfield Siena.
To start the MAAC season, and then came roaring back with about 5 or 6 games in a row. And you know, Coach Jacks has really gotten that team playing well. A lot of young players on that Siena team, so bright future for Siena, but a big-time game tomorrow against Fairfield.
There's a drive by Crick, no good. And Thomas with the rebound.
There's a lot of good young
Jackson.
players here from Monmouth as well, right? I mean, you got Jen Lauro and Lucy Thomas, Alexa Wallace.
Jackson, the freshman with the ball now.
Right.
Guarded by Lucides, who checked in. Wallace jumper. Rims out. Good rebound from Nason. Puts it up, no good. And another good rebound, this time by Destiny Jackson. A foul called with 1.5 seconds left. Destiny Jackson will go to the line for two. A tough day for Monmouth. They'll finish with 9 wins on the season. This will be win number 26 for Marist.
Well, getting back to a semifinal, and you know that this Marist Fox team, their sights are set on a MAAC championship, but they've got to go through a tough semifinal game.
So a 68-44 final. And these Red Foxes again will await the winner of Fairfield and Siena. They'll play at noon tomorrow. And then that game will be on Friday at 1:30. The Hawks got off to a 9-7 start in this game, and then it was just all Marist after that. There's just so many weapons on this Marist team. You know, who do you focus on? It's really